Welcome back again to the season of Supergirl. And now it's time to talk about Smallville, the whole reason I have the S&M title to begin with. And, well, Supergirl didn't appear in Smallville until the 7th season, and so there's a lot of backstory to fill in for you to understand what's going on at all in this episode. And Kim, why do you have a banjo?
Why do you think?
Let's do it. Meteors fell down from Brooklyn. Jor-El was saving his son, and young Lex Luthor then lost his hair. Later, Clark said Lex was drowning, and Jonathan was found. Then Christopher Reeve was in the narrator's chair. He ran away into the city, which was frankly kind of shady, but his dad brought him home, though his heart got frail. And Jonathan told his baby Clark's dad about it. The quick thing she was scared to lure him to jail. Clark came back on a mission to find magical items, time to love a grind, and a wasted season later, Clark's a high school graduate, and he builds himself a portrait of his dad's gadget. Christmas, Lex Luthor chooses to do bad, reckoning, heart attack provided Clark's dad, and we had season 5 with Zod here on Earth, and Lex marries Lana for whatever that's worth. I'm writing as fast as I can, cool it! Chloe's outed as a mutant. Lex's love is absolute, and soon enough, Lana's been blown up good. Nothing battles with Bizarro after DNA was borrowed, and they looked at them that they are in releasing a flood. And Aristotle in the wreckage, Orange Picture took them down. Suspended animation since the series premiere, and she looks for little Timothy. Callous to one of them, but she learns the truth that Sid decides to stay with him here. Jor-El gave him a warning not to trust his niece. Clark ignores his father, reaches out in peace. The last son of Krypton's not alone anymore. Kara blew her ship up at the fence of its core. Lex is on the lookout for the girl who saved his life, still getting blamed for blowing up his wife, but Lana's not dead, she framed Lex instead, and Jimmy knows it still, he's a bumbling dork. This is S&M. Fierce.
Now see, Matt, this is why I tell you you shouldn't sing on the show. Do you get it now? Matt? Matt? Oh dear.
We come back to a corn festival.
Harvest Festival.
Oh, sorry. Harvest Festival. Whoa, Smallville. Back down on the excitement.
Oh, are they going to have a sacrifice lottery? Because that might actually be interesting.
They'll do that eventually, Kim. Later. When Smallville starts running out of ideas even more.
After a week of captivity on the farm with nothing but Project Runway and Beauty and the Geek for company, you finally take me out to the Corn Festival.
Ah, Superman. Whoring himself out in any franchise he appears. Except the animated. There wasn't much product placement in the animated series.
I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
Kara wants to keep looking for her lost control crystal. See the banjo song if you forgot. And Clark commands her otherwise. Yeah, Smallville really makes Clark kind of a stick in the mud sometimes. Very uptight, very ordering everyone around. And
Consider your wings clipped. You're not flying.
But at least he'll come to a change by the end.
Kara, the people who found your ship are going to be looking for the person who came in it. If you use your abilities, it'll lead them straight to you. You just have to fit in.
So what, if a bus full of kids falls into a river, I'm not supposed to save them?
Well, of course you save a bus full of kids. What kind of monster did it take me for? And apparently Kara's into Jimmy. Wow, 2 hot blondes are into Jimmy. Well, at least I got one.
Has she even met Jimmy before?
No.
So wait, hot blonde Kryptonian chick looks upon Jimmy Olsen and instantly thinks, I want this man.
Jimmy?
Hey, cool down. It's okay.
Used to happen to me all the time.
Over Jimmy? Because in the Smallville continuity, apparently a Kryptonian's heat vision comes from their libido, and it gets activated when they get turned on. They, of course, later stop it, because I hope this doesn't mean Clark's always getting a boner every time he's doing this. But the involuntary reaction begins with sexual arousal.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
And so Clark explains that this is apparently some kind of a time capsule with lots of junk from the past, including a treasure map. Because they knew they had a treasure map 100 years ago, and instead of following it to the stolen gold it purportedly leads to, they buried it. Arr! We print the gold and bury the map.
What I don't get is why everyone is so excited to open up a bunch of old junk.
How did you...
Clark, you have lived with this power yourself every day for the last 7 years. You should not have to ask that question, you stupid Kryptonian. I'm gonna go hit him.
Kim, you can't go hit him.
No,
it's not going to fit
I don't
anything.
care. I'm gonna go hit him.
He's a Kryptonian.
Ah!
Told you.
Still worth it.
And cue the approach of the 3 beauty queens who will be our villains for this episode.
Worthless people.
They're applying for the title of Miss Sweetcorn.
Title no one will contest or be impressed by in the slightest.
Maybe fitting in won't be so bad after all.
And back at the farm, well, good. Lana drama. Lana has returned from having faked her own death, and she is letting Clark know that she is alive and well. And Clark, in keeping with all the chemistry of them, reacts like this.
The silver screen cannot contain the heated passion.
Elsewhere, one of the 3 beauty queens is talking to someone about how they're going to take some money and live on their own somewhere, and suddenly the building she's in turns to solid ice.
Gee, I wonder what could possibly cause something like this in Smallville.
Look, I know you don't like it, I don't like it either, but I really have to do this.
Let it go, let it go.
It's either that or Mr. Freeze.
Chill! Get it? I said chill and I am freezing the people.
Then again,
Let it go. Let it go.
the best of both worlds! Yay! And back at the farm again, because Supergirl editing and all, Clark invites Lana to stay with him. And then Lana meets Kara. She has, of course, come down in a skimpy little tiny bikini to greet her cousin.
Wait. Why is she doing the book on head thing? How does she know about the book on head thing? She's an alien and she's barely been conscious for 2 weeks. The last time we saw her, she didn't even know not to pick up children by the scruff of their neck like kittens.
It turns out Kara also signed up for the pageant because she wants to find a place to belong. Clark is upset because she's
Not covered. Look, can you just go change, please? This is definitely not blending in.
Actually, that is blending in on the CW network. And Clark lectures Kara about the need to keep her identity secret. And yet he is still not telling her to let children die. And no, I will not let that die.
Let it go, let it go.
While you were living the all-American dream, I was stuck in some cryogenic coffin, wasting the best years of my life.
What are you talking about, Kara? You didn't age. You didn't miss any years at all. You didn't suddenly grow up and lose your childhood. You just skipped ahead. Although she did miss out on Ecto Cooler.
Oh, man.
Of course, I missed out on Ecto Cooler. I've never had this stuff.
Oh, poor Papa.
And Clark starts to train Kara in the skills of using her powers. Specifically her I-beams, which she uses to make pudding? They argue and Kara leaves. Are we going to have to start decrying Kara drama now?
Oh, I hope not.
In the makeup room with all the other girls, Kara uses her super hearing to overhear that the other girls are scheming. She approaches them, and at first I thought this was just so she could figure out what their evil plan is, and they're rude to her and reject her, and so she goes away, apparently sincerely hurt.
I'm sorry, sweetie, but you need help with more than just your makeup.
Yeah, you goblin, you. I don't think she was trying to investigate the freak of the week. I think she just wanted friends. Ugh. Kara drama.
So we're playing this stupid game, are we, CW? The game where every girl is most hurt by insults to her attractiveness, even if she wasn't raised on Earth in the culture that ingrains that in girls.
And Kara notices the iced up shop and the dead girl. So now Kara will get involved, right?
Always winterize your pipes.